He once was a thug from around the way. Easy. What's up, my man?
It's the movie show with Robin Morrison and Elijah Brubaker. Woo! Our friend Steven sent us another email.
Oh, let's hear it.
Yeah. No, we're not going to hear it because it's just as long as the last one.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But he suggests a couple of more movies we should watch, namely a few movies with Billy Connolly in them. He's apparently a big Billy Connolly fan, which...
I like Billy Connolly.
Sure, why not? He's always the best thing in any movie he's in.
That's usually the truth, yeah. He's usually the best part of whatever he's in.
He suggests we watch Powder, which is...
Powder!
It's interesting because he says that it's a movie that has it both ways as far as having the magical Negro thing.
Okay.
Because it's like you have the magical black man in your movie, but he's also like a white dude. So
yeah, it's the Daywalker of magical black men.
Yeah, right. He says maybe some Peckinpah or a couple of documentaries, namely Dear Zachary, which is a fucking bummer, and I'm not going to be covering that in the show.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen that one.
But he has a couple of other suggestions, but he votes in the Michael Bay contest. Anyone listening to this they need to call in or email or whatever and vote for a Michael Bay movie for us to talk about. He suggests we do The Rock, which, I'm not. That's not my go-to, but
it seems to have the most votes so far, though.
It's probably the best Michael Bay movie, sure, but it's not the one I want to do.
Oh, which one do you want to do? I forget.
I want to do The Island.
The Island. Okay.
Yeah. And he at the end he agrees that Red State is Kevin Smith's best movie, but he suggests that people check out his Clerks cartoon that he did for. There
was a cartoon?
It's Clerks, the animated series.
What a terrible idea.
The constraints of a half-hour network animated comedy program compelled Smith to rein himself in and cut the excessive monologues. Which, I don't know. I'll check it out.
Yeah, that's actually interesting.
And then he leaves a message for Mr. Jeremy Kemp. He cannot speak on behalf of Nacho, but he can assure Mr. Kemp that he has no intent of flooding his inbox with any of my, dragon artwork?
People start sending me their dragon art.
So there's that. So thank you, Stephen, for another awesome email. We'll probably get to some of those movies you suggested, by the way.
I am so going to start flooding Jeremy's inbox with pictures of dragons.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just going to go to Google image search, type in dragon, and just save the entire page worth of pictures.
Yeah. So anyone listening to this can find Jeremy Kemp on Facebook and send him some dragon artwork.
He wants all of your dragon art.
Oh, that poor fucker.
We give him hell.
And also, a friend of mine, David, suggested that we cover The Shining.
I would like to watch The Shining sometime soon.
Yeah,
even if we don't do it for the show.
Because he's Mr. I'm too smart to listen to a show about the Running Man. You guys should do some shit about The Shining or whatever, artsy fartsy shit. So let's do that.
We'll have to do a double feature, a triple feature where we just cover I don't know, the top 3 in the Criterion Collection or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, man, we'll cover some Ozu and
Citizen Kane.
Yeah, we'll do Happiness. That'll be a good one.
Yeah.
We would probably have a lot to say about Happiness. I really liked that movie, so So it's Twilight.
Fucking A. We watched Twilight. I have a feeling this will be a short episode.
I don't know, man. No, it totally will, because I watched this many days ago, and I don't even remember it that well.
Me too. It was terrible. I think it might be one of the worst we've ever done, for sure.
I have to disagree with you.
Oh
I don't think it's even close to one of the worst ones we've done. It's not.
Really?
No, I mean, so of course, we're going to have to make the comparison to the Hunger Games because it's the same sort of YA bullshit marketing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But this movie is 100 times better than the Hunger Games.
Yeah, it's well, I won't go so far as to say better because that kind of has the nuance or the connotation that it's worth watching. But it's a different kind of a beast. This one's more of a oh god, Twilight's so bad.
Oh, we're gonna fight about this, man. I can tell. I'm ready to throw down about Twilight.
Did you like Twilight?
No, but it's not. It's the reason I didn't like it is because I'm Elijah. I'm a 40-year-old dude. You know, like I didn't like it because it's not a movie for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's what it is it's a movie for a 20-year-old religious girl to jerk off to.
Yes.
And it makes no bones about that.
Yeah.
And I'm on board with that, man. Like, yeah, you go, girl. You have your vampire thing, you know. And like it's not a good movie. I can't defend it as like good cinema or anything. But like I honestly like the Hunger Games was also a 20-year-old jerk off fantasy, but it was couched in this like this is a strong female character that's going to save the universe and all of that. And it totally failed.
Yeah.
So at least this has like Twilight has small goals and it meets them.
I don't even know what the goals are. This movie, so the first thing I'm struck by when I think of Twilight is how horrendous the acting is. And also there's some weird personality tics among the actors that baffled me. The first thing that comes to mind for me is, what is her name? Kristen Stewart? Was that her name?
Kristen Stewart.
She looks like she's going to throw up the whole fucking movie. Even when, like, somebody will be like, so, I'm the hot hunky stud guy, you want to go out? She always does this whole, like...
There is one scene in particular where I said, is she supposed to look like she's going to throw up?
But I saw it in every scene. Every scene, like, whenever she's supposed to... Like, I don't even know what the emotion is supposed to be portraying. They made her... Like, her method of acting this character, or maybe the director told her to it, is to be fidgety, for one, and to look around constantly. She won't make eye contact. She's just like, oh, God, what? Like, she's got this fucking attitude that I hate, for one. But, fuck it, I can get past that. It's for the character or whatever. But the thing is, her chemistry with Robert Pattinson is so bad. Because, like, she'll be sitting there going, I don't know why we even have to have this conversation. Like, she'll say it weird. Like, it's terrible acting. And then Robert Pattinson will go, because we do. And then she'll go, okay. And he'll go, we will talk now. And then there's like a long pause where they just stare kind of at each other and then away, and then at each other and away, and then it cuts to the next scene. Like 90% of the runtime of this movie is them not looking at each other while talking very, very slowly and poorly. Yeah. There's not a single ounce of substance in any of their conversations. I don't mean that they're vapid conversations. They're not even vapid. They don't say anything.
Yeah.
Like they basically just say whatever their moods are to each other. It's just
Well, a good example of this is the very opening narration. Which I liked the way the opening part was filmed with the deer and everything. It closes in on a deer and it's in the woods, and then there's a predator and the deer notices and it starts to run, and it's shot in this dynamic way, and you think, oh shit, this person knows how to shoot action scenes. Well, maybe I'm in for something great.
Right.
But, we're let down eventually. But the opening narration is her saying something about how she doesn't want to die, but the idea of dying in the place of someone that you love seems like a worthwhile thing to do. And that somehow feeds into her moving away from Arizona to Washington.
Yeah, Forks, Washington.
Everything she is saying makes no sense.
No, it's bad. It's badly written teen angst. And the thing is, like that's the other thing. Like if you think about her character and what she's supposed to be. Okay, for one, there is no such thing as a school in a town that small that goddamn diverse. Fuck that. It doesn't happen. They're all white kids.
Yeah.
That's what small-ass towns in the woods are like.
I was going to bring up the multicultural group of kids a little
later,
like, but
there's a perfectly equal number of like Asians, Hispanics, blacks, some Native Americans. Yeah. Everyone's perfectly intertwined in this tiny little redneck school. And it's like, no, no, maybe in a larger area, not in a tiny ass little fucking forest town full of vampires and fucking werewolves and stupid haircuts. But the other thing that gets me, and I have so many problems with this movie, but the thing is, okay, so she's basically an outsider. You know, that's who this is appealing to. Or the mode she's being used for is as an outsider in the books and all that, you know, because it's more interesting, you know. Mm-hmm. So she moves to this new area, and she's an outsider. She doesn't fit in. But this school bends over fucking backwards and spreads its ass cheeks for her, trying to make friends with her constantly. Yeah. Like, everybody crawls out of the woodworks and goes, oh, so you're the new girl? Hey, you want to hang out? Like, everybody is all up on her jock, like, trying to be friends immediately. But she's an outsider, so she can't. She's a goddamn bitch, is what she is.
Well, like, yeah. Do they? Does it really imply that she's an outsider, though?
Yeah, look at her. She thinks she is. She does her little monologues where she's like, "Gosh, nobody understands me. I don't really understand. I don't feel like I'm a part of that group."
Does she say anything like that, though? I don't think she does.
I think throughout the whole movie, there's this whole outsiderness going on. That's what the whole love story is. She's alone. She's on the outside. She doesn't make sense to anybody else, whatever. Tall, dark, handsome, alone, also on the outside, but he has a daring group of friends who I want to see get torn apart by the fucking Lost Boys.
I actually liked that part, though. Like her being accepted as, like, she's just the new kid at school and everybody thinks that she's awesome, and that she's just, like, kind of this weird, like, she feels kind of like a weird jerk, even though there's no reason to feel that way. That's kind of like, that's how Kristen Stewart in high school is gonna feel, you know. Huh. And I think the whole like I'm an outsider and I'm a goth kid, nobody gets me type of shit. We've seen that in way too many movies, and I didn't get that from this movie.
Really? That's totally what I thought was going on. I mean, she's always dressed in black. She sits by herself. She won't talk to anybody.
Yeah, but she's immediately accepted by almost everyone.
No, they try to accept her, and she won't join their group because she's an outsider.
But she sits at the table and she's joking around with everyone, and Anna Kendrick's there being a fucking dumbass, and you know, like,
yeah, kinda. I don't know. It seemed to me like she spent more time during this movie staying away from people than being with them.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's just that, you know, that's, I don't know. That's just the aspect of being a young person.
Yeah. I think she's painted as an outsider myself.
Man, I can't believe I'm defending this movie. It's gonna lay on me to defend this movie for the rest of the show, man.
Okay. Well, outsider or not, I will say I just think she's a terrible bitch to all those people.
I will fight you, Robin. That's another thing, is that that apparently there's some hatred for Kristen Stewart.
Oh, yeah. I don't think she's a very good actress. I don't really hate her or anything.
Yeah, and I'm not sure where that's coming from. Like maybe she's an asshole in interviews or something.
Yeah, I vaguely remember, I think after this movie, her and, what is his name, Robert Pattinson were an item. And I think she cheated on him was the deal. And so a lot of people were like, you cheated on Edward! So I think a lot of fan people got pissed at her.
Okay, so it's just
I vaguely remember
some stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe in interviews she's just a fucking Satanist and like eats babies and, you know.
Yeah, because in this movie she's not a particularly good actor or anything, but I didn't like...
Can't go like a sentence without dropping the N-word. Like she's just the worst person.
Where are we? So yeah, she goes to Washington, she moves into her dad's place. Her dad
she's terrible to her dad.
Again, I don't see that. I just see like a person in a teenager movie.
Wow, see, he hardly speaks to her, and then when they do kind of talk, she's just like, "Oh, God, whatever, Dad." Like, and I guess that's supposed to be the whole, parents don't understand their kids, and this is a movie based on books for like youngins that are going through that. But I thought she was kind of awful to her dad.
Yeah, well, maybe
like throughout the movie. I mean, even when she takes off and lets him worry about her life and. He's just kind of like, you'll notice like the first thing he does is he gets her a car and she's like, "Oh, thanks." And you're like, "Oh, okay, cool. She's going to hook up with her dad." Not hook up, but you know what I mean? Like, that got dark fast. But like, they're going to kind of have a relationship.
Oh, cool. She's going to hook up with her dad.
as cars often cause to happen. But,
sure.
But I just thought she was I thought she was kind of awful to everybody, really, except for Edward, who, I had a hard time dealing with him myself, but we'll get to that.
Well, it's because he's a monster. But
well, the monster part I like. It's when he's not being a fucking vampire, when he's just being a dopey fucking mopey teenager who's like, "This is the way it is. I am dark." Like, oh, come on.
I don't know. I think the relationship between her and her dad was presented in a fairly even-handed way, where like they obviously don't have a close relationship.
No.
And he's like a closed-off dude who doesn't talk about stuff, and she has not been raised with him and is not accustomed to him and his shit. But there is no point in the movie where she says, "Oh, come on, Dad," that sort of thing.
Actually, no, I think there was. Because there are quite a few scenes where he tries to talk to her and she's like, "I'm going out, I have to leave," and then she leaves to hook up a vampire guy. But like, I remember in the middle of the movie there was this point where I was just kind of like, she's kind of awful to him. Like, he's just like trying to get her to sit down and have dinner.
Well, there's the one part where he's like awkwardly saying like, "So, do you like any of these guys around town?" And she says, "Are we going to talk about boys?" And he says, "No, I guess not."
Yeah,
that sort of thing. Like that's the closest that I remember in this movie of like the like, "Geez, Dad," until it's actually a plot point that she has to be a bitch to him. Yeah,
that's true. That does become a point later on where she has to.
Yeah.
Hey, what was I don't remember this. What was the reason she left the desert, the Southwest?
It's because her mom married a baseball player, and they decided to go on their honeymoon and go fuck all over the place.
Oh.
And so she is moving to Washington for that.
Okay, all right. Yeah, because I remember, like, the movie starts and she moves up there, and I remember thinking, so what happened, though? Like, why can't she stay in Arizona?
Right.
Like, is she not old enough or something? She's 17.
Yeah.
I moved out on my own at 17.
Yeah. Times have changed, man. If you're 17, you've got to find some immortal creature to move in with.
Teach you the rules of fucking baseball.
Right.
Vampire baseball.
Oh, man. The vampire baseball thing, I will totally give you that. That's like,
it's pretty bad.
That is terrible. There is no reason for that to be in this movie at all.
Baseball.
I have like a short amount of notes here, just to keep me on track. She makes friends with everyone at school, and then she finds out who the Cullens are. That's the vampires.
Yeah.
And they look very vampire-y.
They're not vampires. They're called cold ones. They're cold ones, Elijah.
Do they really say that?
Yeah, that's what the werewolf people call them.
Oh, wow.
The cold ones.
In this movie?
Yeah.
No.
They talk about it at the beginning of the movie.
Oh man, you have read all of these books.
No, Taylor Lautner's character mentions it, the Wolf Boy.
Oh, I have to admit, I now know who Taylor Lautner is.
He's so goddamn fine.
He's not bad. I mean, he
could lose that haircut in this movie for sure, but otherwise he's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, I've heard that name ever since 2008, I think, and now I know who that guy is. So.
I love him.
So she is introduced to the school. It's this awesome rich person school that doesn't exist anywhere in Washington.
No.
They have a salad bar.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a couple of things in this movie that are way too far out of reality for me. One of which is the salad bar.
Yeah.
They have a salad bar in their lunchroom, in their cafeteria, this gigantic cafeteria that's made out of only windows. And and there's like 8 people in the room, and there's this giant salad bar in the middle. No one's going to put that salad bar in a high school cafeteria.
No. You know what kids do when they go around a salad bar?
They put their dick in it.
Noses and stick their dicks in it. Yeah. Can't trust them. Kids are unsanitary.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't even have a salad bar. I was putting my dick in all kinds of food products in our high school. So anyway, she's introduced to all of the vampire children. The vampire children are still going to high school for some reason, and this is the scene where she looks like she's going to barf. This is the one where I picked up on it. Like, oh man, is she sick? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So she looks over at Edward and she says, oh, gag.
Yeah.
You know, and I guess that's what religious girls do when they want to fuck.
They barf.
Yeah, they barf. And he notices her, and she notices him, and all of that. And then there's something where she goes into biology class, and he thinks that she's so stanky that he can't handle it. There's a scene where he's sitting there, and there's a bird display in the background, and it has angel wings behind him. Not very subtle, I gotta say.
Not at all.
Yeah. He just can't handle being around her because his urges are so strong.
I've experienced that before.
He has so many urges, Robin.
His urges are so strong, and they're numerous.
Yes, he doesn't want to hurt anyone, but sometimes he can't help himself. He's really deep down, he's a nice boy, but things in his past cause him to become like an animal.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm a good guy. I'm really a good guy. But when I see you sitting over here, I just want to rape your fucking face off. I have to leave. I can't stay in this cafeteria. God damn you! God damn you!
It's
And then the guy just runs out, tripping over his dick.
He actually opens the door with it.
Yeah.
Pardon me, I got this dick in the way. I just gotta...
Slams the door on it over and over again. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you!
So he doesn't come back for many days, and she wonders, oh man, he must hate me. Oh my God, I am so important to this guy. I am the center of the universe, really, when it comes to it. And the problem is that so many guys want to fuck me so bad that they can't even come to class because they're too busy at home jerking off, thinking about me. So eventually she comes to class, and he's there, and he says, I'm really sorry. I really am a nice guy, and I'm really, I've got these piercing eyeballs, and let's do a project together. And she says, oh my God, and turns into a puddle on the ground.
Yeah, almost instantly.
Yeah. I gotta, this Robert Pattinson.
Yeah. This
is not what I know him from. Not really a surprise that I have never seen a Twilight movie. So I know Robert Pattinson from Cosmopolis and that movie The Rover that we talked about, where he plays like a borderline retarded guy. And he is a really distinctive looking guy. Like he might have too many penises for me to be attracted to him. But if he were in a crowd of people, I would say that guy, he's a weirdo. He looks weird.
Yeah.
He looks straight. He looks almost like a vampire.
Yeah, there you go.
So he's well cast. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, what happens after biology class?
I don't know.
I don't either.
They get together, and I think they go on like a datey date thing, but he's against the idea of them dating. Like, that's a recurrent theme throughout the movie where he's like, but I can't date you. But we're on a date. I know, but I can't. Like, well, that happens a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if that, like, so there's the van accident.
Yeah.
So since we mentioned Taylor Lautner, he's like a background character. I guess he becomes like a werewolf or something later in the story.
Yeah, it turns into some sort of a love triangle thing.
Right.
Where like she loves Taylor Lautner and Taylor loves Edward Cullen, and Edward Cullen doesn't love anyone but himself.
Right. But he's he's almost a throwaway character in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's her best friend. He's a magical engine, and that's all he's there for. He shows up a couple of times, but that's about it. And then there's the van accident. There's she's hanging out. She's finally infatuated with this guy. Like her standards are so high that it takes a supernatural 800-year-old werewolf vampire cyborg creature to really intrigue her. And then as she's staring longingly across a parking lot, some dumb shit comes barreling through the parking lot at her with a van, and then Edward jumps in front of the way and saves her from the van accident.
He punch stops the van.
And she says,
Hulk style.
Fucking awesome, bro. And he says, no, you didn't see anything. And she says, bro, you just punch stopped a van. What the fuck? And that's how she finds out he's a werewolf.
Yeah, and he continually just keeps telling her that it isn't happening too.
Right. Yeah.
He's just like, no, I didn't. You must have imagined that. She's like, no, I saw it. It was clear as day. And he's like, oh, I don't think so. They just go round and round on
he
this.
He says, look, I've got a cyborg arm. That's what it is. I've got a cyborg arm, and you should chill out.
I may be an X-Man, but don't tell anybody because I'm not in the next movie.
Is he an X-Man?
No.
Seems like he would be cast as an X-Man.
Vamp. The Vamp. Is that an X-Man?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. So she does some internet research and finds out that Port Angeles is a city and decides to go there.
Been there many times myself.
I have too. I think I've been to Forks even.
I don't know if I've been to Forks, but I know I've been to Port Angeles.
Yeah.
I caught an octopus there once.
Oh, good for you, man. Did you eat it?
No, I gave it to a museum.
Oh. Did you really?
Yes. No, it was an aquarium museum. It was like a museum that had live aquarium exhibits. And
okay.
They wanted an octopus because theirs died, and they were going to go get one. And I was like, I caught an octopus! And they ran out and said, can we have it? And I went, okay.
Man, you're like Indiana Jones.
I caught it right on the dock that the museum thing was on.
Huh.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I'm surprised they didn't just have you throw it back. Yeah, we get those all the time.
Apparently it died a year later during a power outage, is what I later heard. I caught it when it was on my birthday, in fact. In, it was, I think, 1986, 87 when I caught it. So I was fucking 11? 10 or 11?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I caught an octopus with a crab.
I was doing a very similar thing. I was sending $2 a month to a kid in Haiti, and I got a letter basically telling me the exact same thing, that he died because of a power outage.
Oh. Oh, really?
No, of course not. I'm never gonna send money to Haiti. So her and her friends go to Port Angeles because she needs to go to a bookstore because she's smart and she thinks about things and doesn't want to go dress shopping with her bimbo buddies.
Yeah.
Fucking dumb bimbos. I'm not into dresses and shit. I'm brainy and I know the square root of pi. And she goes and picks up a book about werewolves or something, and then she almost gets raped, and then Edward takes care of things.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds terrible.
Well, yeah, he saves her from being almost raped.
Yeah.
Because Port Angeles. Port Angeles is one of those big cities that, like, a lot of terrible things happen in.
It's a gritty, hardcore urban environment.
Yeah, I know. She goes to the bad part of Port Angeles where, all the rapers live.
Where the Satan sluts fucking motorcycle gang drives around.
What is that? Warriors. I think it's a vampire, man. I was doing too much toot. So they eventually go on a date. This is their date where he talks about how he can read minds and shit, and he can read everyone's mind but hers because she's so special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if the books ever explain what the fuck that even is. But apparently he just can't read her mind, and she's the only one. I don't know.
I'm guessing no. I'm thinking that old Stephenie Meyer doesn't really think too hard about stuff.
No, I think it's just one more thing to make the protagonist special.
Yeah, it's like, yes, this is a jerk-off fantasy, dude. That's like, there's nothing like when you're jerking off, you don't really think, now what's the dynamic here between these two people?
I sure as fuck do, man. I'm a writer. That's exactly how I jerk off.
Why can't this guy read her thoughts?
Can't watch it.
No, you're not. You're not thinking that at all.
I can't watch this porno. This is gibberish.
Yeah.
This makes no sense. He wouldn't walk in there and say that.
But at least in this movie, it is never brought up again. It is just she is special and he knows it. He's never wanted anyone's blood more.
Yeah.
I forget exactly how this all plays out, but eventually they end up in the woods, like spooning each other, and he makes her say it out loud that he's a vampire.
It's a creepy scene too.
It's sort of a creepy scene. Well, yes. But I also want to bring up that this is written as a jerk-off fantasy for a religious girl.
That's true.
So I kind of expect that kind of thing.
Well, kind of, but at the same time, it's like I still think that, like, regardless of who it's for, it's still a major motion picture with a gigantic, like, monstrous box office draw. So it still needs to hold up to some scrutiny.
But that makes it so much better to me.
But that's the problem. like it still has to hold up a little bit. Scene is.
What part needs to hold up, though?
The whole movie has to hold up.
But but we're talking about the creepy aspect of it. The creepy aspect of him being like a predatory monster.
Oh no, I don't really find him creepy throughout. It's a little creepy if you kind of read between the lines and think that, wow, she's dating a senior citizen. Like that's kind of. Mm-hmm. That's creepy on his part, like, as if there was an 80-year-old man who suddenly got zapped back into an 18-year-old's body, like, yeah, okay, that's no longer illegal or whatever, but you'd think that 80-year-old man would still be kind of like, this is wrong of me to do.
Okay, so this brings us to the question, one of the main questions I had about all of this is that, okay, immortal 17-year-old is sort of a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
So is he a 17-year-old forever? Or is he an old man that just looks like a 17-year-old?
I'm thinking he's 17 forever.
Yeah. So that makes sense as far as him still having to go to high school bullshit.
So he'll always date pukey pouty chicks.
Right.
Like,
yes.
For eternity.
And, like, all I can think is, like, how much jerking off has this guy done?
Oh, man. It's legendary. It would have to be epic.
Because he's what, like 80?
Yeah,
he's over 100, I guess. He's 100 and something.
Yeah.
In this movie, so that's 100 and something years.
I think it's like 1919 when he was turned or something. Or...
Oh, okay, there you go.
So they said it at some point. But...
Yeah, so it's close to 100 years, 80 years, 80 years of him just nonstop beating his dick up,
beating that undead dick.
Oh man. So he says, say it, say it, say it, and she says, you're a vampire. And I brought this up with Jeremy in the Resident Evil episode a little bit, but so that means that vampires exist in this world.
Yes.
As a literary creation.
Uh-huh.
Like vampires are a known thing.
Yes.
So
she knew what it was.
She knows what it was. Yes. She says you're a vampire. So are these the real impetus for this literary creation, where these are the realistic characters that Nosferatu came from?
See, I mean, maybe that's what she was going for in the book. I don't think so, because Nosferatu, Dracula, all that stuff, the fucking Lost Boys, for instance, none of them sparkled in the fucking sunlight.
Right.
And they all were easily enough dispatched by stakes through the heart and stuff like that, whereas Robert Pattinson just seems like he was given a hodgepodge of weird abilities. Like, he's superpowered in a way that vampires are generally not. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, so he can fucking sparkle in the sun. That's the okay. We got to stop on that for just 1 second. I'm sorry, I just totally forgot about this. But the fact that my boyfriend sparkles in the sunlight is the most tween fucking wet fantasy I can imagine. That's gross.
Sure.
It's so fucking gross.
Oh man, I love it. I'm totally on board with the sparkling vampires.
Sparkles in the sunlight. Okay, so now aside from that, what are his other vampire abilities? Well, apparently he can run like the goddamn Flash, and he can climb trees like
the Flash,
like a monkey, or like maybe the Flash. I don't know. Can the Flash climb trees? That's a good question.
He can climb trees really fast.
He must,
Yeah.
But and so he has this superhuman ability to just be Jackie Chan. So he's like super Jackie Chan,
mm-hmm.
and he sparkles in the sunlight. I'm assuming he's super strong, right? So he has super strength.
Yeah.
He has super hearing and super vision. He's Superman, right?
He can read people's thoughts.
And he can read people's thoughts.
Yeah.
And apparently he gets, a vampire gets all of their powers in exchange for drinking human blood, is what I've always read. And that if you don't drink the blood, you slowly start losing the powers and getting sick and ill. Yeah. But he still has all the benefits of the powers. So really, the whole drinking blood thing in this story is just a willpower thing, like quitting smoking.
Well, he drinks animal blood.
Yeah. So I guess that counts. Maybe that's why he runs and climbs so fast. He's been drinking fucking bears and monkey blood.
He's been drinking monkey blood.
Deer, which run quickly,
Yeah, I don't know. I've been drinking monkey blood ever since I was a teenager, and it doesn't really, it hasn't affected me very much.
Yeah, what would that mean if he did drink human blood? Like, he would no longer be good at climbing or running, he'd be just average speed.
I am totally fine with the amount of fuckery that Stephanie Meyer did with the whole vampire legend.
Yeah.
Because I don't really care about, what vampires are really supposed to be able to do and all of that.
Yeah.
But it does... It limits the amount of tension in your story when your monster has all kinds of benefits and not a whole lot of detriment to it.
Yeah, it's like she got rid of all the nasty stuff, and except for the bloodlust because of the word lust, and so she kept that. So it's kind of like that movie Blade, like all of their benefits, none of their weaknesses. He's the daywalker.
Right.
Blade's mother was bitten by a vampire when she was pregnant with him. I'm Christopher Stoffers.
That's pretty good.
So that's what's going on with Robert Pattinson. He's Blade.
Yeah, he's Blade. He's tormented though. He's a tormented teenager for the rest of his life.
For hundreds of years.
God,
yeah.
I cannot imagine if someone made me a teenager for my entire life. I guess I'm not that far off. But thinking back to being a teenager, and if I had all of that shit going on for 100 years, I would definitely figure out a way to decapitate myself.
I bet he wore that Depeche Mode tape down to the fucking nubs. I bet it's just gone. He's rebought it over and over again.
They go on their date. He kills the rapists. I don't know, man. Like it took me 2 days to watch this fucking thing.
I think this is the scene where they run through the woods all weird.
Yeah.
Like and super fast, just pew pew, and I kind of started cackling because it looked pretty silly.
Yeah,
but
it's not a well made movie.
It's surprising how bad the special effects were, considering that there's remarkably few of them. You know, I mean, his sparkling looks like sparkles. You see it once. Apparently, in the books, he sparkles all the time in the sunlight, but whatever.
Right.
But so it's the Pacific Northwest. It's not sunny, so we don't have to do the sparkling effect.
Oh,
but
that's another thing. Is I hate this whole cliched Pacific Northwest bullshit.
Yeah.
I know that's just me because I grew up here and all of that, but
right.
You see it in every goddamn movie. Anybody who goes to the Pacific Northwest, that's all you see. You see one big cloud and one big raindrop.
Yeah, and it's just like, come on, the sun comes out in the Pacific Northwest. It's just not for often, not for very long. Right. Well, it's kind of like when you see movies about Britain and it's just shrouded in fog, and it's like, well, yeah, they do have a fog problem, but it's not like that. It's not Jack the Ripper fucking coming out of the fog every morning when everyone's waking up.
Right.
They have business districts and they have sunlight and beaches and
I do like the description of England as having a fog problem.
They do have a fog problem.
But yes, the person that made this movie, she's apparently made a couple of other movies. I saw the movie 13 that she did, which was pretty good. But she's kind of typecast as doing the teen angst movies.
Oh, okay.
Which doesn't lend itself to super heroics and throwing yourself around in the trees and, running at super speed up a mountain.
No, yeah, that must have been a little new for her. But yeah, so it's kind of strange. The effects, whenever they're running fast, you can see it's wiry and there's ropes and they're obviously on zip lines for a lot of it. Mm-hmm. And it's just kind of like, okay, all right.
I wanted to... This is a very small thing. And I don't even remember exactly where it happens in the movie, but there's a scene where Kristen Stewart is talking to her dad, about boys or something.
Uh-huh.
And they're in the kitchen, and he's drinking his beer because he's dad stereotype, and she's exasperated about like stuff that's going on at school or whatever, and she pours herself a glass of water from the tap, and she takes a drink, and then she pours the rest of it out and puts the glass back down on the counter. And as she walks away, you notice there are 2 gigantic cases of bottled water sitting on the thing right next to the sink.
Really?
And they're both opened. So what's going on in that house? Why is her dad drinking the bottled water and she's drinking the water from the tap?
He must know something she does not. Oh, I wouldn't drink that water. It turned into a chud.
It's such a small thing, but I laser focused on that fucking case of bottled water. Why isn't she drinking that? Good job, production designer.
Just she's too much of an outsider to drink bottled water.
I guess so.
She's a sink drinker.
But anyway, she eventually goes to go play baseball, vampire baseball. There's vampire baseball in this.
Man, oh man, oh man.
Oh, before all of this, there's some other vampires that show up and kill people.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been showing up and killing people in boathouses and stuff. These 3 rogue vampires that at first you don't know they're rogue vampires. You just figure they're bastardized inbred cousins of the Cullens, the ones that live in the cellar. Yeah. And so like they show up, and one's kind of like this Rastafarian looking guy, and one looks like every bro you've ever met. And then one is this girl. She just looks kind of, I don't know, like Alicia Silverstone a little bit.
Well, she's Irish. They make a very clear point to make sure that she's wearing like a green T-shirt that says "Luck of the Irish" on it or something.
She's got shamrocks tattooed.
She's got shamrocks on her face, and she's got red hair, and she's as Irish as Irish can be.
I couldn't help but notice. Are you Irish? No. Oh, you have a lot a lot of Irish things on you. Do I?
I just think it looks cool, man.
I just like clover.
There's also the dinner scene. There's fucking what's her name? Bella is her name.
Bella.
Yeah.
It's a stupid name.
It's a stupid fucking name. Everyone out there named Bella, you should be ashamed of yourselves.
Oh, I'm sure after these books and movies came out that there are at least about 1,000 between the ages of 1 and 4-year-olds named Bella.
Yeah.
There's probably a few girls named Ed Cullen too.
But yeah, she goes over to Vampire House to have vampire dinner, and they make vampire pasta, and there's vampire drama and everything.
Yeah, Yeah, they have. Vampires apparently have the same drama as like other dysfunctional drunken families.
Yeah, right.
Like Bella shows up and they're like, "We're making you dinner," and she's just like, "Oh, I already ate." There's like this pause, and one of the vampires just throws some shit on the ground and goes, "Well, fuck it then. Why are we cooking for this stupid bitch?" Like this gets all bent out of shape, and she's like, "Well, I thought since you guys drank blood that you wouldn't have any food, so I ate before I came."
Yeah, there are so many scenes in this movie where this is sort of why I'm giving this movie more of a pass than you are, I think. Is just because I put Stephenie Meyer in the place of Kristen Stewart, and she is totally rehashing every weird interaction she had with her high school boyfriend.
Maybe, yeah.
And I imagine she went over to their house one time and they had like an awkward dinner, and she said, "Oh, this is weird. Oh man, it sucks to be a Mormon." And I just want to give her a sock in the arm and say, "It's okay, Stephenie Meyer. You're doing all right."
Yeah. Oh God. What's funny is that 50 Shades of Grey started out as Twilight fan fiction or slash fiction.
Yeah, I didn't know if we were going to bring that up or not, but yeah.
Well, we don't have to talk about it much, but it makes a lot of sense if you think about a guy sitting down and going, "I really like Twilight, so I'm going to write this story where Bella and Ed Cullen are finally going to do it." But he's like crazy into like whips and chains and shit, and he's just like, "I'm going to show you how to fuck from all my years of experience of fucking the world's greatest fucks." And she's just going to be like, "But no, I'm really innocent." And he's just going to be like, "Choke on it."
Yeah, no, I mean, I have not read 50 Shades of Grey. I have not read Twilight. Or any of this.
I sampled 50 Shades. It's written quite poorly.
I sampled Twilight while I was pricing books, but it was just like a curiosity thing. Like, oh, everybody's talking about this fucking Twilight thing, and I read a chapter, and I said, oh, okay, I don't think I'm gonna keep going with this.
I catch all the major like books that get lots of like hub about them, lots of hype, everything on back from like that. Remember the fucking Celestine prophecy and shit like that?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey even man, Salman Rushdie, he can ride up a storm though.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I checked like every one of those. Sure. As soon as the hype built up, I'd read a page or two. Most are written pretty poorly. Some you don't really get much of a flavor for because you have to read more of it. But
yeah.
The Twilight books, I remember going, "Ooh, oh, God, that's not how people talk." Like, it was just really, it felt like something a high schooler wrote. It really did.
It fulfills this weird, codependent, like, dominant relationship.
Yeah.
In these characters. And I love that, man. I love anything that's, like, vaguely porny.
Yeah.
That is idiosyncratic and just kind of like examines like stuff that is probably not too kosher.
Yeah.
I'm totally into that. I mean, Twilight does it in a teen fantasy sort of way where, Edward is not going to be sticking his dick in anyone in these movies.
No. Well, he does towards the end. He and Bella finally hit it.
Right, yeah, I heard something about how there's a cesarean section.
Well, yeah, I saw the scene on Cracked like a year ago because they were making fun of it. And yeah, they finally knuckle down. They're married. She's a vampire. Blah 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 blah. Spoiler alert. Mm-hmm. And I guess he just rams it home, and the camera pulls away, and they wreck an entire room, and walls collapse. They fuck so hard.
Sure,
so,
yeah.
All that pent up fucking religious rage is like, well, now we're married, so now it's okay. So let's fuck till we're dead. Right. Like it's that kind of a thing.
But vampires. I don't want to keep harping on this whole religious aspect of it because I don't think it's like
it's really not in the movie.
It's not in the movie, and I don't think it's intentional. But these stories are written by like a good religious girl.
Yeah, they were meant to be kind of like fantasy objects for women, but without going so far that they wouldn't be able to read them, because they're religious or whatnot. They're supposed to be kind of somewhat pseudo-safe books, but risque enough to, get some... It's risque enough to have to, cause a few loads of laundry to be done for the panties,
Ew. But like as far as the whole like religious like relationship dominant spank bank sort of stuff goes, I really for some reason what am I trying to say here, Robin?
I don't know.
What I'm trying to say is that when a repressed religious fuckhead person writes a story, they are going to let out all of their inner anguish and not even know it.
True. Yeah.
And whenever I read that into a story, I'm always like, yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
Good job.
Catharsis. I hope you busted a fat one on that one.
Yeah, right.
Good job.
But anyway, they go play baseball.
Man, this baseball scene it's kind of out of left field. It really doesn't match the rest of the tone of the movie either. I mean, it's playful. It's probably the only time where everyone seems to be having fun for a short while.
Yeah.
And nobody's being somber, which is it was kind of a little vacation from the rest of the movie. Of course, everything has to turn.
And I do have to say, I haven't seen this sort of scene in another, like a vampire story. Or
a monster movie in general.
Or a monster movie or whatever, yeah.
I mean, I guess maybe the Lost Boys cruised around on motorcycles and shit, but yeah, you never see, like the fucking werewolves from Dog Soldiers go out and play some soccer. Like it's just not really how it goes.
Yeah.
It is a very odd, unique scene that I think if we really wanted to, we could just spend a whole fucking hour talking about this weird fucking goofy scene.
Yeah.
It's strange and it's unexpected. The first thing that happens is they go out and they're all wearing like baseball outfits, and she's a little confused, like, so all right, so we're playing baseball, and they're like, yes, we're playing baseball. And then they go out there and they've got their outfits on and shit, and then they make her the umpire.
They make her the vampire.
The vampire. Oh, but god damn it. And so like they pitch the ball, and then a vampire hits the ball with the bat. And the ball, like, speed of sound fucking disappears over the goddamn horizon.
Yeah, the vampires have to wait until there's a thunderstorm because the sound of their bat is so intense that it sounds like thunder.
Yeah, that would shatter your bat, is what it would do. Yes. But we'll just move on past the actual fact of this, because if we focus on the fact, we need to just skip this whole scene. But, like, so yeah, they do it during a thunderstorm because the sound of them hitting the ball with the bat at those hypersonic speeds is just a fucking sonic boom. So the ball goes flying over the horizon. They hit it so fucking hard. And then another vampire who's in the outfield goes, pew, like the Flash, and has to go off into the next goddamn county to catch it or whatever. And then they bring it back, and they keep doing that. And while they kind of
so fucking stupid. This whole scene is so stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid. The only thing intriguing about the scene is that it's so out of place that you find yourself sort of mesmerized at first. But you're like, what?
Uh-huh.
And then the ball goes flying over the horizon the first time, and you're like, this is fucking ridiculous. I love this. Why is this happening? This is so stupid. It's like I'm watching a different movie that I kind of like more. It's so stupid. Like, so this goes on and on and on, and they're knocking their fucking balls out into the woods. And then all of a sudden, there's like everybody gets all serious. And what's going to happen? And here come the other vampires who heard them whacking their balls around. And it's the three that have been doing the hunting of the people in the town. Rastaman, Bro, and fucking foreign exchange Irish chick. Yeah. And they come walk up and they're like, hey, what's up? Let's play some baseball. And they're actually kind of friendly at first. Bella is, of course, hiding kind of behind like Edward because he's like, they cannot know you are human. Yeah. And it's like, why not? And so she's hiding, and they're just like looking around, like, well, let's play some baseball. And everybody's like, you could. Okay, we had some guys that were leaving, and you can take over for them. We'll play some baseball, And then shit gets kind of cagey, and then they're just like, why don't you just leave, And then these guys are like, we don't want to leave. Why don't you leave, And then one of them kind of looks at Bella, and he's like, she's human. And then they all hiss at each other like great big bitches. It's really silly, and
there's a history of superhero comic books where the covers are always like some team of bad guys fights the team of good guys, right? And you have like the lineup of each character, and they're squared off against the other person, and there's a big scene between the good guy vampires and the bad guy vampires, and it looks just like that.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, they're all squaring up and everything, and. Now here's what I'm trying to figure out about this scene. So the three interloper vampires freak out because she's a human, right?
No.
And they want to eat her.
No.
No?
Well, eventually, yes. The two, the Irish chick and the Rastafarian, they say, okay, yeah, we'll go. We didn't know that there were vampires here, and we were just killing people because it's fun. We'll see you later. And they go to turn around, and they're walking off, and then Bro says, wait, what's that? I can smell it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's the one. Bro is the one who wants to get with
he wants to kill and eat Bella, And they're all like, no, bro, you can't. She's with us. And he doesn't seem to get that or give a shit. He's just like, but I'm going to eat her, Yeah. And they're like, no, you can't do that. And they never once actually say, hey, you can't eat her because she's with us. Because, they could have made up anything. They could have said, well, she's about to join our family. We're going to turn her, so this seems off limits. They could have just said that and probably solved some problems. Mm-hmm. Bro might have been like, oh, shit, all right, yeah, I'm sorry, I'll back off. But instead they're just like, no, she's a pitiful, poor, defenseless human, but you can't have her. And he's like, why not? They're like, we don't know, but you can't. And so then there's a chase, and they all run away like, ah.
Yeah.
And Bella and Speed Demon are running through the woods, and Bro's chasing her, and he's just like, I'm going to get you, bitch. And like... Because apparently he's the greatest hunter-tracker in the history of vampires.
Right, yeah.
I just so wanted David from The Lost Boy to show up and just fucking tear into that dude.
Is Bro played by the brother of the guy who plays Thor?
I don't think so. No,
I didn't look it up, but he was. He reminded me of the dude who plays Thor. Maybe it's just the blonde hair.
I'm trying to think of their names. The brothers. They're from Australia. I can't think of it.
Thor and Thor's brother.
Well, yeah, but I don't think that was him. Maybe it was Hemsworth.
Yeah, I don't know. Hemsworth, yes.
The Hemsworth brothers. I don't know if it was him or not.
Thor Hemsworth and Jed
Bro
Hemsworth.
Yeah.
But they get in a Jeep and they drive off and they say, "Oh, you're meat now, bitch. Oh, he's totally gonna fucking kill you. He's gonna rip your head off and shit down your neck." And she says, "What, really? Oh, that sucks. We got to go back to my dad's house." And he says, "No, you can't do that because they're gonna find him there and they're gonna rip his head off and shit down his neck." And she says something along the lines of, "Well, we've got to find a way to protect my dad." So they go back to her house, and she has to be a dick to her dad in order to protect him.
Yeah, I still don't really understand this plot point very well.
Well, you see, Robin, what it is that she finally hooked up with a dude, and she's leaving home, and she still cares for her dad, but she doesn't know how to let him down easily because, it's like your dad is basically your first boyfriend, right? So you got to say, "No, dude, I'm breaking up with you," and have him understand it.
I still don't get it.
It's pretty gross, is what it is.
It seems like she could have just not gone home and just called her dad later and said, "Hey, listen, I went to a party for a little while," or whatever. But instead, they cook up this thing where they're like, "You're going to go back to where your mom lives in fucking New Mexico or Arizona or wherever you're from. Yeah. So you need to go home and be a total cunt to your dad and just say, I fucking hate you. You don't stand up to my measure, and I don't want to live here anymore, and you're awful. You're awful. I will never be like you, and break his heart and then leave. Instead of just going, Dad, I just don't like this area. I'm sorry. I want to go back to Arizona, so I am. Wouldn't that have been better?
Yes. I think within the logic of the movie itself is that Chris Hemsworth is going to track her to her dad's house no matter what.
Right.
So she's got to go there and break up with her dad and then leave in order for Chris Hemsworth to know that she's not there. But it doesn't really make any sense at all.
And it doesn't help the dad at all.
No, not at all. That dad is fucked. Throughout this entire movie, that dad is just treated like shit, and then in the end, he's just treated like shit some more.
He's going to be vamp food. They just leave him for bro.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't want my dad to get killed by some bro. Hey, what's up, old man? I know you're like old and probably tired, so I'm just going to fight you. Don't worry, bro. It's cool.
Well, the thing that it actually works out. Like the ridiculous part of this plan is that it actually works out, is that she goes, she breaks up with her dad, and she leaves. And then Bro is hanging out in the woods, and he sees all of this, and he says, well, I guess if she's like leaving, then there's no reason for me to tear his head off.
If she doesn't love her dad and she's a bitch to him, I guess I don't have to eat him.
Yeah, right.
He's no longer tasty to me since no one likes him.
This whole bad guy is gonna get the girl thing seems so tacked on at the end.
Yeah, it's at the very end, and it seems just kind of unnecessary. It seems like they had a pretty solid love story going on, and then they decided to turn it into an intrigue story. You know?
Yeah, or just throw some action in there for whatever reason. I don't know.
We need something that makes Robert Pattinson's character look like a badass, because it's not enough that he's brooding and he's a vampire with powers.
Right.
We need him to stick up for her and prove his love. And the best way to do that is by finding one of his own kind.
And I guess all of this is from my friend Wikipedia, he told me that this movie is fairly accurate to the book.
Oh, okay.
All of Bro chasing her down and all of that's in the book too.
Okay.
It just seems so contrived, you know?
Yeah.
There's no, it's already a love triangle, and she doesn't want to fall in love with the monster, and the monster doesn't want to fall in love with her, but he can't control his urges and all of that. But just throwing some kind of weird action movie shit in at the end it's unnecessary.
Yeah, it gets all Bourne Identity all of a sudden.
Right.
You know, it's like, what?
I just glanced down at my notes, and it says the word clumsy. She's clumsy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's set up a couple of times in this movie where she's bumping into people or she's dropping shit, and she's always clumsy. And nowadays, whenever a girl is clumsy in a story, that just means that's shorthand for giving her a personality.
Yeah, it's supposed to be we took all the shortcuts to make her cutesy. Is she cutesy yet? No? Fuck. Yeah. Make her clumsy.
Right. God. I've met a lot of clumsy girls, by the way. They do exist in real life.
Oh, yeah.
But it's...
But most of them have terrible personalities.
but most of them also have a personality. There's something else on top of that. And,
no, they're dead inside. They're dead.
Right. There are so many tricks that people use to have their characters do something. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know how to write this character.
We need to show that this character's smart. Let's put glasses on her.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We need to make her seem like a realistic person. So let's have a scene where she's walking in heels and one breaks.
So they go to Arizona. They go back to Arizona, I guess.
Arizona.
and then I forget exactly how it all works out, but she has to go. Bro shows up at her mom's house and tricks fucking fuckwit, what's her name Kristen Stewart into thinking that he has her mom. And he does the Terminator voice over the phone, and she says, "Oh my God, no, my mom!" And she has to go and fight fucking Bro all on her own.
Yeah, she falls for that, and then she goes to this is it a church?
It's got to be a church. It's
a church
because
it seems like
where else are you gonna put this thing?
Exactly. Yeah. So she goes for the final Highlander-Kurgan fight or whatever. And she goes and, Bro shows up and very quickly beats the ever-loving shit out of her. Yeah. He has no problems there.
What did she expect? Did she really think she was going to save her mom?
You're well, okay, I'm here, so I'm gonna save my mom. Well, did you even think this through? Because I'm the one that tricked you, but how are you going to attack me? What was your plan? At least do you have a gun or something?
This is a supernatural creature.
Well, see, the thing is, he told her, you can't tell anybody or bring anybody, and she trusted him to be correct about that.
Yeah.
I personally, I would never go to bat against a vampire without some vampire friends with me. Sorry. Maybe some werewolves. I'd bring them with me. It wouldn't just be me I better go face off against a super strong undead that can appear behind me before I can blink and wants to drink my blood.
Yeah, no doubt. So this is a whole franchise of stories. There's multiple books, there's multiple movies, and all of that. If Elijah were in Kristen Stewart garb in this story, the entire first book would be me just coming to grips with the fact that vampires exist.
Yeah.
I would still be laying in that field saying, "What the fuck?" My entire world would collapse around me.
Uh-huh. You know what I would have done for that fight with Bro?
What's that?
I would have gone in there, he would have grabbed me. I'm going to take a bite out of you. And then he would have stopped and gone, "What the fuck is that?" And that's when I would be able to say, I rubbed shit all over my neck. My own shit. I just smeared it all over my fucking neck and all over my wrists and everywhere there's an exposed vein. Dude, by the way, fucker. Go ahead, I dare you.
Dude, this is Bro, though. Bro's not going to care.
Bro would probably care.
No, Bro's not going to care. Bro's like a lion. Bro will eat your neck out, whether there's fucking shit and piss and gross boogers and stuff all over it. It just eat right through that.
Just I just think that would be a funny scene to see a vampire just kind of go, "Oh, what the fuck?" And somebody's like, "I rubbed shit all over my neck." Why? So you wouldn't bite me. I'm just gonna wash it off. But what the fuck? Was it your own shit? Nope.
The idea of Bro picking a booger out of his teeth is really funny to me. Anyway, he fucks her up, and she's laying there bleeding to death, and he bites her on the wrist. These vampires don't have sharp teeth, by the way. They just gnaw at you.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah. That seems like a very particularly painful bite.
Yeah.
It's I'll gnash your fucking skin open.
Did you ever see the movie Martin?
No.
It's George Romero's vampire movie. And it's pretty good. It's George Romero is he's like, I'm going to take the vampire mythology seriously type of thing. So it's all about this kid who's just incredibly long-lived, and he doesn't have really any supernatural powers or anything. He gains long life from drinking blood. That's the conceit of the movie. But he doesn't have any sharp teeth or anything, so he has to find ways to anesthetize these people, and then he takes a razor blade and he cuts away at their wrists, and then he drinks the blood that way.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
kind of an interesting idea.
It's pretty hardcore. It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
But in this movie, they just chew at you. They
just grind open a wound.
Yeah. And I've never really tried to drink anyone's blood, but I've bit people before, and I can't imagine it'd be easy.
No. Well, and plus he's a vampire and he has super strength. Shouldn't he just fucking open up her neck? Just rip it open real quick and then drink all he wants?
Yeah, I guess
she'll stop fighting him back.
Super strength would probably add to that. Yeah, he could just dig his thumb into her skin.
Yeah, but he could take a goddamn metal straw and just jab her in the fucking skull.
Yeah, like she's a potato.
Yeah.
But then all the Cullens show up and they kill that fucker.
Yeah, they fight the shit out of him and rip him apart. I do rather like, there's a scene where, I forget, it's one of the girls who runs up and rips his fucking head off, and the way she does it cracks me up. She runs and she jumps like a fucking dog onto him, basically. She's got her knees on his shoulders in kind of a, like, let me rub my crotch in your face kind of a thing, and then grabs his head and starts just wrenching on him and shit until it comes off. And it's like, God, that was a little brutal.
Oh, you know? Man, by that time, I'm sure I stopped paying attention.
Oh, yeah, it's like one scene where I just kind of went, well, that's kind of funny looking. Like, wow, she's just going right for it. Just, I rip that head off, like crotch first. And you're like, whoa, she means business.
We've all been there.
We've all taken someone's head off that way.
Yeah, crotch first. And then, you know, fucking what's her face? Oh, that's the thing, is that Bro bites her on the wrist and she's infected with his poison, if you know what I mean. And,
he knocked her up with vamps.
Right, and then old Edward has to suck Bro's poison out of her.
That's so gross.
Yeah, and and since he's a vampire, he can't stop sucking, and then eventually the power of his love is too much, and he eventually stops, and she wakes up in the hospital and says, "Oh, I had a dream, and you were there, and you, and then everything is back to normal." So that's the end. They're in the hospital in Arizona, and then her, you know, I forget exactly what happens. I'm pretty sure her dad shows up and says, "Well, thanks a lot for including me in your life."
Yeah, thanks for being such a total asshole to me.
I'm really glad that we had this time together.